It's kind of a simple explanation or a simple response, isn't it? It's not all that fancy or all that eloquent, but I kind of like it because it includes the concept that a legacy is something that comes from someone. In essence, it is a gift. And I think that when we think about our industry and we think about those, people that were involved in the early part of the Pennsylvania Turnpike, we need to consider what they did as a gift, because it became a blueprint for something that our industry enjoyed most certainly during the interstate construction era. All the work that went in there, all that happened at that point in time was built on the blueprint of the Pennsylvania Turnpike. That's profound in our industry, and I think that's something that is a little bit special about this recognition compared to other projects and things we've recognized as far as their longevity is concerned. There were a lot of innovations with the Turnpike. The grades being at a maybe a 3% maximum compared to what we saw before that. The continuous movement of the vehicles, that was just an unheard of thing at that time. Super elevated curves. I'm not sure we saw much of super elevated curves before the Turnpike. That allowed speeds up to 70 miles per hour continuously. So our industry benefited, the public benefited, the nation benefited from the Turnpike, and this recognition is really boils down to those very important things. So, a lot of crews built this. You saw in the video, you heard from, the remarks this morning about the history of the Turnpike. There was 150 companies, 50 paving crews, 160 miles built in what, just a little under 2 years? Phenomenal effort, and what's, from our standpoint, really pretty cool about the whole thing is that of that system, there are still pavements, there are still concrete pavements serving the public today. And, a system that's been reliable for the Turnpike, concrete pavement, we're always proud of our projects that last like that, and we're certainly proud of it on a system like this that has meant so much to so many people. So this road was a source of national pride, and I think I'll leave it there as far as the recognition for what this really meant to all of us. So, with that, I also want to just take a moment to congratulate the industry now. I understand there's some reconstruction that's going to be coming forward. There's some work on new concrete paving on the Pennsylvania Turnpike, and I congratulate the guys in the Pennsylvania chapter here, John and Mark, for the work on that. I thank the gentlemen and all the people at the Turnpike that are seeking ways to reinvigorate and use concrete again on the system and take advantage of what it has provided once again, and we look forward to another 75 years of service out of those pavements that are going to be coming forward on that, on those new efforts. So, with that, I would like to invite up Craig Suey, the Chief Operations Officer of the Pennsylvania Turnpike, and please help me congratulate him on this award. You want to take a?
Yeah. Before we do this, as a chief operating officer, I get a chance to accept a lot of these awards, and very little of the work that I do directly results in what it took to get the award. The folks that are sitting out here amongst you, breaking bread and talking the industry, who work for the Pennsylvania Turnpike Commission, are the ones who actually deserve to get the recognition for this award. So, if I could, please, I'd like to call up on stage our Assistant Chief Engineer, Mike Schock, Tom Beneski, Tom Telvecchia, Terry Dreyer, Steve Havrilla, Andy Stoltz, Mike Adams, Pam Matalowicz, Charles Buchanan, Matt Blau, Solomon Beckley. please join me up here on the stage.
Yes, I'd just like to read the inscription on this, and this is especially designed to look like concrete. Lifetime Pavement Recognition Award presented to the Pennsylvania Turnpike Commission for the Pennsylvania Turnpike, quote, America's first superhighway, and its standing as the first limited access high-speed facility in the United States. The legacy of this unrivaled facility is that it served as the blueprint for the U.S. interstate highway system. So, congratulations from all of the concrete industry across the U.S.
Let's squeeze in again. The whole crew here, yeah. Let's do that. Short people up front.
Really challenging.
Did you do it?
Back into the next county here.
Do we have better equipment for you, Carl?
No, this is it. This is the latest. I'm going to tweet this picture, Craig, and Facebook it.
I'm smiling, so I can't say what I want to say.
Probably a good thing.
Uh-huh.
Tweet.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you to my team for coming up here and joining me today. On behalf of our commissioners, our chairman, Bill Lieberman, my CEO, Mark Compton, and the rest of the 2,100 employees of the Pennsylvania Turnpike Commission, I thank the industry for our long partnership, for the recognition of the value of that partnership. Jerry mentioned changing lives, and I think that's often a piece of what we do that's very much lost on our business. And as we discuss the projects that we do with our constituents, whether they be the travelers or the neighbors or the elected officials whose areas we traverse. We often talk about the challenges, the headaches, the traffic backlogs that are coming. But the reality is that none of the wonderful things that come of building a road like the Pennsylvania Turnpike come without those headaches. But you must recognize, and we as an industry must recognize, the value in communicating the economic engine that really we have before us in the roadways and bridges and other public infrastructure, railways, airports, and other systems that allow us to be who we are. And so hopefully we can continue to get that message out as an industry and as an association and as public officials as well. Carl, I had no idea that video was so good. I would have had to say nothing earlier. I could have let that crew watch that video and they wouldn't have fallen asleep. So I hope you did enjoy that. I'm kidding, I have seen that video before, but they definitely did a little bit better job. So I hope you got to enjoy that. Very much appreciate the opportunity to be here before you and accept this award. I'm relatively certain that 75 years from now I won't be here accepting another one, but hopefully someone will be talking about the value of the investments that we made today on the Pennsylvania Turnpike. So thank you.